What's going on, YouTube? I changed the name of the channel. So, quick footnote of why, what it means, and then the actual update here. Why? I didn't like the name. So, Between Stars and Sun, I didn't really like it. And I just kind of went with it because I didn't know what else. I didn't want to be another random expat Philippines. I'm not an expat, man. You know, like I'm not that kind of guy, right? So I didn't want anything with expat in it. Didn't want anything with PH in it. We don't know what life holds. You know, this whole future I could be planning could be for nothing. And so if I'm overseas, I don't want the channel to be, you know, expat PH, blah, 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 you know, because who knows where I'll end up, you know? And while Mrs. Right is a big part of the reasoning of everything, it's not necessarily the focus of everything. I'm not that guy, remember. I'm not the guy to sit there and tell you, oh, I'm Filipino, blah, 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 blah. I'm not that guy, right? Just a loser from middle America that decided my life sucks.
I'm out, old man. I'm just a peckerwood who lives in the hills with too many guns. You happy?
So, LBH, loser back home. Why? Why that acronym? Well, for my local people who have no idea about anything unless it comes through me for Philippine stuff. In Southeast Asia as a whole, there's a phenomenon of plenty of old guys who are retired who go and chase young women because they have money. It doesn't take a lot of money in Southeast Asia to have a lot of money. A lot of people who are considered passport bros. That's been a thing for over a decade now. And historically, it's been a thing for a very long time. None of this stuff is new to me. I've seen all this stuff unfold, right? Years and years. Like when I was married, I was watching, you know, if you guys remember Tim K, you know, Harold Balder Bankrupt. You know, the reason why I mention those guys is because Tim K got his start from Harold Balder. Harold Balder got his start from Balder Bankrupt. I'm pretty sure on that last one. I don't know. But the idea is that Tim K had a couple of bad marriages or something like that in the United States, and he kind of fled to different countries, dated different women, and passport bro. Sounds so stupid, you know? But if you can classify me, I guess that's kind of what I am, if that makes any sense. Loser back home. It's been used all over Southeast Asia to describe, you know, failed people in the West travel to the East and become big shots, right? Quotations. It's not me. I mean, I am a loser, obviously. I was in a relationship for 15 years. It's almost half of my life. Identity crisis for sure. You know, the loss of identity is clinical. It can be, right? And I lived in multiple apartments. I have done so many different weird things in my life. I'm still here, but I'm what you call a late bloomer, I guess. You know, you guys already know who I am, and you know my story. I say late bloomer, like I do everything late in life. Again, my finger has been on the pulse of international travel and international relocation since I was a child, right? My whole idea in life is I never wanted to be tied down anywhere. I didn't want this. I didn't want to live in the same town. Not that I was born, but I've lived all of my life. circumstances, laziness, whatever you want to call it. Loser back home fits me a lot more. People use it as derogatory. I think it's hilarious. LBH, you know. It's funny. But, you know something, though? I think that when it comes down to it, there's a lot of truth in that. A lot of people, when things go right in their life, they don't decide to jump ship and run. You know, I'm leaving behind a lot of debt. I'm leaving behind a lot of good friends and family. My stuff, you know, can't take it with you. People say that when you die, but really, it's hard to. I'm a poor person, you know. The economy the way it is. It's funny how there's such a disconnection with the rest of the world and then with America. Even within America, there's such a huge disconnection. We got boomers who were saying, "Oh, just work harder, sonny." Well, no, dude. How many hours a week did you work? 40? Motherfucker, I worked 80. Where's the house? Well, you spent it at the bar. I drank at a bar maybe 15 times in my life. Did not spend it at a bar. You know? Different economy, right? Very divided. Very divided, you know. When you wake up one day and you realize you don't have a house, there's no kids, the one thing that you fought the hardest for just does this. Walks away. Everything that you've done in your life meant nothing, right? You earn a uniform, a badge, it means nothing. You earn titles. You know, you join fraternity organizations, you move up in the levels. It means nothing. It means nothing. And that's kind of the direction of everything, isn't it? It means nothing at the end. We all end up going to one place or the other. So my goals in life have changed. When I was younger, I wanted to be somebody. But I didn't want to be tied down. It's weird. I didn't want to be tied down here. I didn't want to be in a long-term relationship. I didn't want to be anywhere. It's kind of weird. I wanted to be out there somewhere. Not here in Northwest Indiana. Not in America. I wanted to go to South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, somewhere else. You know? I figured I wouldn't live very long, and yeah, I figured I'd be dead by now. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I wasn't expecting all this. As depressing as it sounds, and I promise I'm not depressed. I'm not boo-hoo or anything like that. I'm all right. Just tired. That's all. 3 months left. 3 months before the big day. And I'm nowhere near ready, but I'll be all right. It's one of those things of like when you have a kid, not that I have a kid, but you know, oh, I'll have a kid when I'm ready to have a kid. No one's ever ready to have a fucking kid, you know? So there's that. You look at the situation of a lot of young men today, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. We have men who are swearing off relationships. They're either moving abroad, chasing relationships there. They're smoking dope and playing video games all day with no mission, no direction. Some men are getting right with God. That's good. Some men aren't. My goals in life have changed dramatically. My goals for life, as it stands, God wasn't always my goal. Wasn't always my goal. But God, 100%. And I seem to always slip and fall and fail at that relationship with God. But I'm lucky, and we're all lucky, because He loves us, right? We're going to fail. That's just part of it. Second goal, relocation. What I want and what I get are going to be two different things. What I want is I want to go there for 2 to 3 years, get married if it's right, if Mrs. Right is right, get married, bring her back. It's a lot of money. People don't understand immigration, how it works in America. It's not as simple as, hello, my name is so-and-so, I'm here to immigrate. It's not how it works. I had people asking me when I went there last year, is she coming back with you? No, that's not how it works. Well, why does she want you? Can she just come here? No, that's not how it works. You know, most people, when they meet somebody from another country, well, besides Mexico, right? Most of them are like European or Canadian. Well, Western Europe and Canadians, it's easy for the immigration. When you're from other places in the world, it's not so easy, right? So immigration's a real bitch, for sure. You know? So my goal is relocation, and I wanted to come back here, but I might not ever come back. I gotta make a certain amount of money, meet a certain threshold, and then I still gotta pay American taxes. Most of you people don't know that. I still have to pay my taxes in this country, even if I live in a different country. Patriotism, right?
America, 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 fuck yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah, America, fuck yeah, freedom is the only way, yeah, terrorists, your game is through.
Pay a bunch of money to the satanic pedophiles that run America. Fantastic, right? Well, there's that. God, relocation. Third, I want to lose this weight. For sure, 1000%. I'm gonna lose it. It's just a matter of when and how. I'm gonna do that. Fourth, I want to learn Tagalog. I really do, you know, more than just, you know, Opo and Po and Kane Tayo and, you know, yeah, I want to know more than Salamat, just more. I want to learn as much Tagalog as I can. The next goal, I want to take in the history, the culture, everything. And that's what I want to show you guys. When I leave here, these videos won't be a thing anymore. It's going to be completely different. I'm not talking about like hyper active vlog guy sticking a camera in people's faces. I don't like that, you know, but I might have, you know, maybe a short every day of what I'm eating, maybe a clip of me exercising, but long drawn out philosophical conversations, no, I gotta work. And the way it's looking is I probably will be working a lot, but it doesn't mean that I can't record a very quick coffee chat, right? As I wake up in the morning, start my day, get some coffee. Maybe I'll put together more vlogs as I get comfortable there. I have tons of footage from when I was there, but unfortunately, your boy here was very laid back vacation mode, and I did something that I don't normally let people do, is I let somebody lead me around. It's gonna sound like sexist as hell, and I don't really care. You can shove your opinions up your ass, but I don't like women leading me around. Okay, except for one, Mrs. Wright. I would let her lead me around all day because unfortunately my eyes were somewhere else the entire time, and wherever my eyes are, that's where my phone was going. I was like, ah, shit, I can't use any of this. It's beautiful here.
So we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're here.
Mm-hmm. That's just close by.
So we don't need to.
Mm-hmm. First off, I don't want to, she's separate from the channel. Like, she's always going to be separate. She's shy on camera. And for you people at home here in America, you already know what she looks like. So, online friends, gonna have to add me to Facebook, right? If you're lucky enough to make the cut. But yeah, so I keep her separate from the channel. So a lot of my Philippines stuff was kind of useless. I can't really use it too much. Without heavily editing, and I don't feel like editing I don't mind editing people's stuff, but my own, it's just pretty simple, straightforward. The next goal, just trying to live. We don't have much time. Death is something that comes for everyone.
I knew a man who once said death smiles at us all. All a man can do is smile back.
Every man, memento mori, remember you will die, right? It comes for us all. Get comfortable with your mortality, and here's the best part. I'm a little too fat and tall for this car. If you can't tell. It's a cheap Asian import. I do not like import vehicles. It's funny. My buddy Rapture Ready, I know he's watching. Always watching. It's like, what's that?
Wazowski, you didn't file your paperwork last night.
Oh, that darn paperwork. Wouldn't it be easier if it all just blew away?
Don't let it happen again.
Yes, well, I'll try to be less careless.
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
Whew, she's nuts.
Was it, no, Roz? Was it Roz from Monsters Incorporated? Monsters Inc. Anyways. He was like, it's loud, noisy, hot and humid. And you want to go there, why? It's like everything that I freaking hate in the world. That's basically the Philippines and most of Southeast Asia. It's like, I hate heat and humidity. I hate loud noises. I hate barking dogs. I hate freaking roosters at like 9:30 at night. And you want to move to Southeast Asia? Fantastic. Well, that be that. I also want to learn Filipino martial arts as well. I think that'd be really cool for the channel, for sure. People don't do that, right? All these expats, they bite off each other so much. One of the up-and-coming YouTubers I talk to a lot, outside of YouTube, Philippines guy, he, that That's not his channel, but him and I have talked about that quite a bit. All these expats are the same, and people are starting to copy him, which is hilarious. You know, he's got a very unique personality and style. And I won't, like I said, I won't mention names because it's private conversations, but, you know, as I told him, like, the people are watching for you. They're not watching because of that setting, you know. So, that'd be that. But it is funny to see them all copy each other, you know. Not all of them, but a lot of them. It's funny. And here I am in my, not even my vehicle. It's not my Jeep. My Jeep is gone, guys. I miss it. I miss it every damn day. But you have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice. Less than 3 months before I leave. Yeah. It's gonna be something, that's for sure. That's for sure. But the name change, LBH. Loser back home. It fits. It fits. That's all I can say. It fits. I used to be somebody. Now I'm not. I worked a lot in my life. A lot of hours clocked in. I'm just good, guys. You know, I think it's funny, and you know, not to bite off all these other YouTubers, these other expat guys, but they all say the same thing now, and it's true. It absolutely is true. It's something that's been said quietly in that community for a while. Now the dime store vloggers are starting to get their hands on it, and wow, well, this guy did it, so now I gotta do it, and the next guy's gonna do it too. You know, that's how they are. They're like,
Fasten your seatbelts!
this is kind of how they act. You know, but it's true what they say. Everyone is a Navy SEAL. Everyone is, you know, some sort of Fortune 500 CEO. Then there's me, some dickhead failure in America. It is what it is. I'll take the title. I think it's funny. I do. All these expats would be like, oh, you need to be humble, blah, 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 blah. And then they sit there and complain about everything. It's funny. It is very funny. Guys, I'm tired. I worked all night. I gotta go home. I have to do stuff. I gotta do the education stuff, which is going swimmingly. I still have to turn in my first assignment, but it's mostly done. I haven't till December to do all this stuff, but I need to get it done a lot sooner than that. I've applied for one English company or one English app to teach without a certification, so there's that. Need to apply to a few more. I'll get that done. I'll show you guys what I'm packing eventually before the move, and leaving behind a lot of stuff. So it is what it is. Guys, I'm tired. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna get some rest. And loser back home. That's the new channel, guys. LBH. LBH. Because your boy is a loser. For sure. A loser who looks Amish. Look at this. That's how long my hair is. That's crazy. That's bananas. Beard's getting long too. But I haven't shaved, and I haven't cut my hair since I was in Asia. And when I get back to Asia, it will be almost a whole year. I have nothing to show for it. Told you, man. LBH. So, that being said, have a good day.